This is an interview with Jerry Porter for Mrs. Whetstone's senior English class at Perry High School. This interview is part of an oral history of Vietnam called Project Vietnam. This interview is being conducted at the Perry office on the 11th, 30th, 88. My name is Judy Marks. Jerry, and what branch of military did you serve?
Army.
How old were you when you served in there?
19 to 21,
What was your highest rank?
Sergeant E5.
What was your assignment while serving in Vietnam? What was your assignment?
Oh, I was just an artillery.
Okay. Were you drafted or did you enlist?
I was
During what years was your tour of duty?
66, 7 and 8. June of 66, last, I mean.
Why did you enlist?
Good thing to do. I don't know, I just did. Quit school.
Hmm.
We were.
Could you describe your first impressions of Vietnam?
I don't know. I was just a part of it, but the rice down the road where the rice growing just looked like wheat. So the road wheat was growing looked like. A lot of it, other than that,
What about Vietnam was different from what you expected?
no, not really.
Nothing? No.
No.
How was the combat in Vietnam different from fighting in previous wars, like in World War II?
Oh, it was guerrilla type warfare, hit and run, mostly night fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Guerrilla type. Not all guerrilla type, except the later part of the war. Then the NDA regular army moved in.
What do you remember most vividly about Vietnam? Remember most about it?
Not really. Uh,
And what thing hits you when I say Vietnam? What's the first thing that comes to your mind when I say that?
no.
No? Okay. What appears dominated your life while you were in Vietnam?
Can't think of it. I never worried. I don't think I worried. I wasn't smart enough. I don't know. I didn't really worry about it.
You didn't have no fears or nothing like that? I mean, you weren't scared of dying?
I never thought about it.
You never thought about it?
I never did it.
You never thought like it could happen?
Yeah, but never. I don't think I really did too much. Because I used to lay up and watch the motors come in. You know, see how close they get. I would say I wasn't afraid, but I don't remember, really being afraid.
Yeah. How would you summarize your feelings about the war?
Oh,
Do you
it
think
should have never happened. It was, they didn't go there. If they wanted to win, it was kind of dumb.
okay? Or when someone mentions Vietnam, what are your first thoughts that come to your mind?
I think the whole.
What will you never be able to forget about Vietnam?
Everything. I just remember most of it. I don't think about it, but I don't think there's anything I forget.
Mm.
Something like fighting all night, stuff like Cloud Hope, and I don't think I ever forget any of it.
How did you change as a direct result from the war?
Me, what changed, I think, is not me serving. It's what happened to my family. I don't think me serving changed me that much. I don't think so. I think my brother changed my whole life.
And change your attitude more towards the war as hatred towards the VCs and stuff?
I did like it. I don't think so. Maybe my attitude about the war. When I was over there, I was there to do a job. And I never thought about it. Most people try to make a thing out of it, but I was just there doing a job.
Okay. What is the most important thing you want people to understand about the Vietnam War?
Hope it never happens again. I don't know. We went over there, and a lot of people really didn't want us there, and they didn't try to win the war. They just kept putting people in it. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Have you ever been to the wall? Washington, D.C.? Did they give you go?
Yeah, I like to go. I just like that. I'm not one to go places. I like to go.
Do you have any fears or about going
No.
that you might recognize the name or seeing like your brothers or anything?
No, I just like to go. Never been.
Okay. How were you treated by the American public when you returned home?
That's something that never bothered me. I never. I came home. I was done. It was over, and I didn't really give it any thought other than that.
I mean, were you treated good? Because I know there's a lot of anti-pro war.
Well, I never had a problem or anything. No.
Did the training you received from boot camp prepare you for war?
No.
In what ways?
I don't think you get enough training. It's pretty hard to train somebody for something like that.
It's more the experience, the more you learn.
Yeah, the longer you're there, your chance of living are better. But they just think you can't do it. Can't do it. Not that type of.
What type of?
They can prepare you a little bit, how to use weapons, how to do this, how to do that. Then you get over there and it's a different weapon than you ever used. That happened to me. So I don't think it really compared to that much. Maybe just the on-hand experience of it.
What did you learn about yourself as a result from being involved with the war?
I don't like to quit. Other than that, I don't know. I just never would quit. I just kept going. If they said tomorrow you could leave, I probably would have left.
If you could have stayed more than 2 terms, would you?
Yeah, I was going to. But just mainly to get out of the military further. But I would stay there.
Do you have any definite feelings towards the Vietnamese people?
No.
Like you see in the United States, I mean, every time you look at them, do you feel certain hatred or do you feel sorry for them? Or anything?
No.
Just treat them as normal
Just people.
people? Would you go back to visit if you had the opportunity?
Yeah. I like to go back.
Back to now?
Saigon.
Why?
I'd like to see it again. I've been through Saigon during the war. I'd like to see it look like now. Saigon, Tainan, beautiful cities.
When you looked at the American flag today, what do you feel?
Got to keep flying.
Patriotism?
Yeah, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know.
Do you feel you fought for the Americans?
Oh, yeah.
Do you have any final comments you'd like to share?
Okay.
Was there, did you see like rats and stuff over there? Big ones?
Yeah.
Like how big?
I don't know. Big, man. Bigger than here. Size of a dog, like a small dog. Big rats, big scorpions, big centipede.
What about the mama son? No, never went. And
They didn't kill me. I was.
What are some of the type of food you ate?
I just ate whatever we had. Just regular food. I didn't eat Vietnamese foods.
you didn't like the rice or the fish?
I just never ate it. I was never really where I could. I wasn't in town that much, or we stayed out in the field or in our own area most of the time. We were like in the infantry when they went on patrol or whatever on maneuver. When they come back, they had what they call stand out. Well, didn't have anything to do for maybe a week or whatever. I was in artillery. We come back from the field, we were still on standby. We were on duty all because the infantry goes out, we have to support that. We support the camp, the fire base. So we didn't get involved.
Did you see any live action?
Yeah, it was not old. Mostly mortar attacks. Oh, maybe they'd ambush it once in a while. That's yeah. The worst action was that one, and that was mostly RPGs. Stuff like
Do you have any comments about Agent Orange or anything?
that. This government's stupid when it comes to stuff.
Mm.
I mean, even in this country, stuff that fell on the ground, put it in the air. They should have never used that. They didn't know what it was doing.
Was it like on the fruit, like on the tree?
Well, see, where I was at, they didn't use it, I don't think.
Oh.
But guys that controlled the rivers and that one trail they used, Ho Chi Minh Trail, they used it on that. And I wasn't in that. So I didn't. So
How do you feel about Jane Fonda?
I never really liked
How'd you feel about her speech and when she tried to apologize? Do you think she tried to make up her mistake too late?
it. I think so.
After already put an indent?
Yeah, she should have never did what she did. There's a lot of other people did the same thing. They've been down far from good. Which is some of it's right, some of it. You don't back your own people.
Could you ever forgive her?
Yeah, I guess.
Did like were you over there like during Christmas and stuff? Like what did you guys do? I mean,
Bob, like, Bob Hopeman was here.
uh-huh.
Yeah. We usually had feast fire supposedly over Christmas. Just stay in your area, stay ready all.
Did you like make like friends over there, or because just like make good friends over there, or were you like do you know like anything like around here? Are you in contact with any other people? No.
What about drugs? No? So you guys didn't have like...
Yeah, they had them. I did.
No.
I never used them.
Was
Never tried. They used them right. We used to sit in a circle. Like, they could pass a joint around. I just passed it to the next guy. I wasn't afraid. I didn't know what to do, and I didn't want to. I thought bad enough when I was drunk, before. Really bad.
What about opium?
They used it. I never seen it, in our outfit, but I know Vietnamese.
How do you feel about the drinking age now? You think you can be told when you're 18, but you can't have a drink till you're 20?
Well, they're not drafting. I don't think, I don't know, it's good and it's bad. I like it in a lot of ways. In a lot of ways, it's all right. You kids are going to get it anyway.
Yeah, we are.
Like, well, you have to control it, period. Everything.
But you don't feel nothing for like kids that can die at 18, but they can't drink.
Well, I mean, if you can die, you could drink. I always did do that. The 18, but they're not drafted now. But yeah, I go. I don't think that the guy's got to go. When I was 18, 19 years old as a bunk sergeant, I could walk in any military bar and buy anything I wanted. All I had to do was have the stripes. I was buy whiskey. I drank it when I wasn't 21. I think if you 18, the law. I'm trying to change.
Do you have like one like frightening experience? Like, do you remember like one experience like over the war, like when you first got over there and fighted there? Like,
Yeah, some of that was so long ago. Oh, they're so long. I was young when the first time we attacked it. I wasn't ordered as right. Pretty cool with right. There's all orders. First, I was on the bed there like a day. I've been there very long. But that it's probably frightening, but that's not wrong. The worst was probably the my risk before I left. I was glad to see the sun come up.
let's see, from the weapons that you trained on the base camp, how were they different?
From here.
Yeah.
Well, I was trained on I was in artillery. And I was trained on the older type weapons. And when I got over, they had all new stuff, which was it's all basically the same. Still was different.
Shoot picking out groupies.
Yeah, yeah. That, and then when I trained with M14, and we used that for 6 months. Then he changed over to M15, but that was no problem. One, I could go from one weapon to the other without a problem.
Did you have any trouble with your M60?
Yeah, no jam.
Yeah.
We didn't use them that much because our main gun was artillery. Unless we got in, they had firefight or something. Besides that, I used a 50 caliber. I didn't jam. Yeah, a few, but I didn't. We had some friends here. I had friends.
You go that way.
I used to do it. Boy. Had some friends with word tunnel rats. That's what they did.
Did you see a lot of snipers?
No.
Hmm.
Lots.
Did you go like on long trips without sleeping and stuff?
Oh yeah. 4 days, 4 nights.
Well,
And you you got a job to do. You can't just say, well, time to take a break, Where are you going to stop? You got to keep.
was that hard? Did you or was it?
Yeah, I'm getting Well,
If you're in that situation, maybe it'd be easier to stay way back.
yeah, well, in artillery, you got a sight you have to look through. You got 2 aiming stakes. If you're on 0, they're lined up. And once you traverse the tube one way or the other, they come all set. Then you have to line them up. It's near, far, and the line. And after about 2 days, it's kind of hard to figure out which one's near and which one's the line. But I fell asleep already looking through the sight. Standing up, looking through a sight, falling asleep. One time, we've been ordered every day for dinner, for breakfast, for lunch, and we were shooting every 5 minutes. I used to sit down and sleep for 5 minutes. 5 minutes. So okay, and I get up. And the last time I got up, I couldn't even see through there. I told fire. I didn't know I could see it. I stayed up. After that, I stayed up.
How'd you feel about segregation, blacks and whites?
What, in the military?
They'll treat.
Still there today. Not all, a couple guys. Good friends. That's some of my best friends with it. And I have any problem with it. We never did, and I'll put that out there. Unless they did after I left. And I was there a long time.
What about how'd you feel towards people who went to Canada and other countries because they didn't want to?
Maybe they were smart. I don't know.
You don't look down on them?
No, not really. I don't think I could do that.
Yeah.
My father was tempted. But I could. I don't think too much. They had a belief, I guess. I didn't vote for Dan Quayle.
I don't think if Bush dies, we're in big trouble.
Well,
Nation's in trouble.
What were your officers like in Vietnam?
some of them were all right, some of them weren't. Some of the West Pointers were the best. And then we had 90-Day Wonders. Some of them were all right, some of them were.
Did you see like Vietnamese kids over there and stuff? Were there a lot of them?
Oh, yeah.
Were they fighting and stuff?
I didn't really get in contact with that too much. I would sit back, I could shoot 11 miles away. But, I've seen a lot of kids on the road. There were pretty young kids fight. Well, they always did in this country too, in the Civil War. Yeah.
What about the booby traps? I mean,
We were seen with punji stakes and those little nail things in from that. I don't know now.
you didn't see like one incident. Someone said one lady put a grenade in her son's diaper.
Oh, I'm pretty lucky. See, I didn't get into town and do that kind of stuff.
But
You can do patrol.
I think people actually did
I
stuff
think
like that. And what movie do you think realistic? I don't know how you would say it. Really visualized what really happened in Vietnam. You know what movies? All the movies that came out about Vietnam, like Platoon, Full Metal Jacket,
I haven't seen it. I just had a lot of good movies. So, I've seen one, that one that series on TV, it's pretty close, I guess.
It's really good.
Yeah. And there was one movie, I don't remember what it was fair. But a lot, it's pretty hard to visualize, because, say, I was in artillery, I can't say what they did in infantry because I wasn't there.
or in the bush.
Yeah, I was in the bush a little bit, but not too much. Mostly we were with, artillery units.
If you were in the bush, would you sign up for another term?
I don't know, probably not.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I've seen some of the guys that do bad shit. I was in artillery. Well, I got relatively safe, but there's no safe. I felt, I guess, secure to stay.
Secured.
Yeah, more so than with the bush. There are guys who stay though in the bush.
No. No.
Were you ever wounded or hurt?
Minor.
Yeah. If you don't mind me asking, how did you get your Purple Heart?
I got wounded in the back and the face. I still got a little piece of my face, a little bit of my leg. Nothing's slowing me down.
So from scrapman.
Yeah. That was the same night of the pitch. Everything happened there. Guy got wounded and I went out to help him take a mortar. I guess it's a mortar coming in. Close. The coat stung me. That's how close it was. I was so close to the ground. Close to, you can be looking almost right beside one if you're close enough to the ground. When they go up, because they go miss it. I don't know, it might just be like rocks. Because my doctor took a piece out of my leg, probably over 10 years now, because it started working on it. And it wasn't very good.
What about Bronze Star?
Same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A lot of stuff went on them. Just for, I don't know, they just give me.
What's the Bronze Star for?
Heroism, I guess, valor, whatever. Did you ever see one? I brought it into the series. I brought both of them. Purple Heart's pretty. It's not good because my daughter wore it. And this is Bronze Star. Did Bronze Star? Well, see, our unit didn't get any medals all the time I was over there till that. I guess that's pretty good. They didn't have. They worked on it.
Memories, that means.
But my daughter wore that with her wedding dress.
Oh, really?
I probably remember my dad.
Huh?
My dad didn't have one, but like I'd want to wear something in the military. I was dog tags and all that stuff. I mean, it's an honor to have one. Like,
I know my dad's got two of them.
I had a grandfather, World War II, but he never made it out. I never got to meet him. But my grandmother died. Always.
Well, my dad got all my dad had never won a medal. He was in World War II, the Marine Corps. The only thing he had maybe is whatever they did on. He didn't win for part of it.
Why'd you go in for Army instead of Marines or Navy? Or
I'm colorblind, and I didn't think they'd take me.
if you did, do you think you really?
Probably would have been the Marine Corps.
I mean, you probably would have been in the Marines.
Probably. Or if they wanted.
You guys have like rivalries, and they're like, one guy was in the Marines, and I said, "How it's like being a soldier?" He goes, "Excuse me, I don't mean to sound sarcastic. I'm not a soldier. I'm a Marine." He's like, "Do they think they're tough?"
Well, I hope they are, but
I mean,
well, I think they're tough. The biggest rivalries is Navy.
Navy and the Marines.
Yeah, the Marine Corps is branch of the Navy.
Why would they fight if they're all fighting together?
Oh, it's
Was there a lot of fighting once?
no, not over there. We never had problems though. But because I wasn't around anyway. I don't think I've ever seen just a few Australians and Koreans. They just thought they're more relevant. Just one of them things, just like Perry and Maslin or, Jackson, say, all the same. They just have that.
Where'd you go for R&R?
Never went.
Never went?
Never went.
No?
Might not come back.
But
Some of them did.
you said you got married, then you went back to your mom. I mean, wasn't you afraid? I mean, thinking you have a wife, wouldn't you rather stayed home with her?
Yeah, probably, but too late then. I only had 6 months left. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I did all right before that. Yeah.
So that's, I think you're the only person we know who would go in for 2 years. Everyone else said, no way. But I don't know, comparing like your answers to other people, I mean, their opinions about the war,
Yeah.
and some people say that some people exaggerate over like seeing.
I think a lot of people blame everything on the war. I don't blame nothing
No.
on the war. A lot of people blame a lot of stuff on the war. War can undo it.
Like what kind of stuff?
Everything. They don't have a job. They're on drugs. I don't know. Maybe but bothered a lot of people, I know that. But I don't think necessarily blame the war for everything. I could do that easy. Well, they're too, probably a lot of things affect me might be caused by that. I don't know. But I don't like this.
Do you think?
Like the Vietnam Veterans Administration is a woman. I saw what Jack said. She said one day that the guys got to put their potatoes away. Forget it. Many guys don't want to forget it, I guess. I don't want to forget it, but I don't like where it goes. I like where kept thoughts take well anybody. You won't tell me that.
Do you think there's still like men stay with psychological problems,
I think so. There's a lot of problems.
nightmares?
These guys still have them from Second World War, Korean War. Sure. I'm sure some things my dad done today may be affected. And when he was in the Second World War. Or even in the military, as far as that goes. I don't blame everything on the war. I don't. But as far as I know, I've never had any problem. Maybe I do, I don't know.
Do you feel any hatred towards our government today for about especially Agent Orange, them not giving you veterans, which I think you deserve more
I think
credit what they're giving you?
I don't know. See, haven't been into that too much, but I think they should cover whatever needs to be covered. Whatever needs to be done, they should do it. Period. I don't care if it's Agent Orange or whatever it is. When it comes to any veteran, Vietnam veteran, any veteran.
But they're not.
They're not doing any of it, half what they're supposed to do.
Do you feel like you've been used by our government and they're not giving you what you need that you did for them? No, they have the right, people have the right to tell you to go over, but they're staying back in the wall.
Well, that's always the way to
I mean,
well, they should take care of them. Yeah, I think so. As far as being used, I volunteered. But that way, that's all I'm worried about. The rich and famous stay here and the rest of the people go fight. Well, I never went. He didn't have to go. Other people, same way. They didn't have to go. So. I think they should, whatever they said they would do, or whatever, they should take care of everybody. I don't have any problem, but anybody that had problems should take care of it.
would you do it all over again?
Probably. I probably would. I'm not looking for a war, but I probably would.
Do you think if we had another war, it'd be totally different from what it was? I mean, like nuclear weapons, do you think we'll just nuke each other and that's it?
No, I don't think so. They're smarter than that, I think. I think if they do, it'd be probably about like what? Just like South America, where they're fighting down here now.
Do you believe in the art side?
And what?
Art side? That's that whites from other countries are coming in and ruling the African South African country. The art side.
Oh, you mean South Africa? No, I don't believe that. I think it should be a little different over there.
The blacks should rule.
Well, it should be joined anyway. Yes.
It's not like their country.
It's their country.
And
Well, the Indians should rule here then.
yeah, they should.
I'm a big Indian fan. The Cleveland Indians. Yeah, I think that that apartheid. What happened was the Europeans moved into South Africa and started building up. They just took over. They built all the factories. Hope the mine. They just took over. They let them take over. Now they can't get rid of it. You know.
I think it's good in one way that, I mean, they're bringing in industrial and all these new things.
Yeah.
But then again, people's traditions and cultures are being lost. The blacks aren't being respected.
That's right. Well, they're secondary in their own country. They're not even secondary.
They're dirt.
It's not right. I don't think it's right.
When you slept over there, what kind of like sleeping quarters did you have? What did you sleep?
Wherever you were. Yeah. Yeah, we're on base camp. We had food, tent. When we were out in the field, I was wherever, usually it's wet. Wherever it was. You have wool blankets, believe it or not. You curl up in a wool blanket, it's wet. You'll stay there.
And that itchy big thing.
It's not really. Well, you've been up 2 days, it doesn't make a difference.
Did you guys like shower a lot? I mean, like how many days did you go without a shower?
Sometimes quite a while. And sometimes we're pretty good shape that way. Because we can take everything with it. We moved, the meth hall moved, everybody. And the infantry up with it. We loaded on a truck, put it with it.
Do you feel girls should have been involved more
Wherever they were.
in fighting?
Fighting, I don't think they should fight at all. I mean, if they want to, I don't. I never served with any girls. I don't, I mean, I just don't know. Would be hard to say. I don't know, some of them yes, some of them no, just like some guys. They ain't gonna put us out there either. Because I served with guys, they didn't have a business there.
What their values were different.
Well, when the fight started, they couldn't do it. You got to be able to fight. You know, your life's on the line, or somebody else. You can't go around the hole because you can't do it. You can't do it.
Do y'all treat them guys like your brothers? I mean, were you really close ties to them?
Yeah. Yeah, I was in like a gun crew. We were all usually pretty close. Guys, they rotated pretty decent. You didn't get to know anybody real well.
What do you feel like politics today? Like someone who was Vietnam and they like smoked up back then, but they came and they want to run like for president or for senator, and they couldn't because in the past they smoked.
Well, they smoking it now.
I mean, do you feel that?
A lot of people smoked dope when they were kids or in college, or I don't think it was right then, but I don't think it's something that should be held against somebody today, as long as they're not still using it. But it's still, it bends your mind up to try to put some people think.
So what do you think about right now? They're trying to pass and it should make it legal. No, you don't think it should be?
Too mindful.
What
I
about
want to outlaw cigarettes.
what about alcohol?
Well, it's the same thing. It's been legal for a long time. They did outlaw it at one time.
Prohibition.
Yeah.
Okay, when you guys were sent down in you were there to help people irrigate their land or something. You weren't there to win. You were there to make it like equal.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't really have a win policy. I don't know. See, when you have to take the same ground over and over and over, it don't make sense. It's supposed to move forward.
and you couldn't, yes.
Well, yeah, you could take a peek at driving it, then maybe a week later you pulled out. And next year you went back and took it again. Yeah,
But you,
it's like a football game, you know. Get penalized if they never score, right? Same thing.
if you knew that you were like moving into a really, like an area where there was a lot of fighting going on, were you like scared or did you not want to go or you just figured you
I just never
you never thought of it?
thought about it. I never really did, no. I just wanted to be reading when I got there, that's all.
What about, do you think there should have been even such toward Vietnam because there's like a lot of problems going on in our own country about segregation, black and white, same as VCs and the, you know, the South Vietnamese. I mean, don't you feel we're having the same problems in our country as they were?
No.
I mean, not in the sense of criminess, but in the sense of everyone being equal.
Well, what North Vietnam, or Vietnam was, when North Vietnam was trying to take over, they were just going to put their install their communist government in, was supposedly a democratic government. I don't know how democratic it was. And we were trying to help hold on to that government. Uh, that was something like that, I guess, but it was a little different.
Did you? Go ahead.
And they were, you know, they were trying to take over. They were trying to intimidate, take the country over, make it one big country.
Was there anybody you could trust or couldn't trust? I mean, like people said you
Don't
didn't
trust anybody. You can't really trust anybody.
couldn't tell who were the VCs and who were.
No. Kids selling you pop on the road, or so they probably were. Some of them were. They used to work during the day on the bases and be VC at night. They could trust anybody. But we had a kid. They helped a kid one time, find him in our area, and treated him in that. We got hit then. And one of the guys, they found a map of our area. Perfect. Oh, we would. Maybe a kid would. You can't trust. You can't trust anybody. You know, who's in it?
How'd you feel about songs? Like, what is the songs you guys mostly hear down there? Like, you know, the anti-war songs. You hear the Grateful Dead.
I don't remember ever hearing this.
Like on the radio.
I don't remember ever hearing them. Cream. No. Yeah, I used to hear a lot of it. No, I don't know. I was Huh?
Simon or Garfunkel, we had transfer. Remember anti-pro war songs that they were saying all the time.
I don't know why. I don't remember any much. I don't remember hearing. Because we didn't really listen to radio. It's a lot of radio we listened to came right there. From Hanoi or right there. It's like that.
Let's see. I was gonna say something about the girls down there. These girls. Forget. Something else on my mind. Oh, do you think there's a lot of fathered children and there's fathered by American soldiers? Do you think they have a right to come into our country because they are half American? Do you think those soldiers who fathered them should take responsibility?
Yeah, I do.
Let's go say.
I do, yeah.
Some say no because all the girls were was a good time. That was it.
Maybe that's what
Like, you think they should have responsibility?
That's right. They do the same thing here. They wouldn't support a kid here yet. No, I think they should. But not a lot of kids 20 years old. Oh,
And it's only half of them are like granted a visa, the rest have.
probably, yeah. I don't think they're treated very well over there.
No, it's like kind of down there now.
Do you believe that there's POWs still in Vietnam?
Yeah, I'd say there is. Where? Well, it might not be in Vietnam, but it might be in Laos. Or, I'd say that because Korea helped.
Do you think our government should go down there and check that out?
I think we should. I don't know how. I don't
We're
think
out of Vietnam.
that's what it takes to get them back.
But like South.
I'll tell you what, if they found them, and they had to go in and take them, they wouldn't be having any trouble getting volunteers.
Yeah.
Just like when Iran kidnapped people, they wouldn't have any trouble getting volunteers. That'd been a bloody fight. I don't think it had any trouble getting somebody to go in there and get them.
Do you think the American government's doing anything about it?
I don't know. I doubt it. I don't know. They might be doing something, but they're not spending any money or any real. So they keep saying they can't treat it. They can't treat it.
But do you think they should send people actually down?
I would say maybe there's a good chance of that. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm. What do you think about the Miley? Is it Miley or Miley?
I think it was terrible. I don't understand how they did it and why they did it. I really don't. I've got a book at home right now. It's got pictures of that in it. I don't understand how they can do it. I really don't. Unless they were high. I don't know if I could. I probably, being artillery, I don't know who I killed. I didn't see him. Shoot 12, 11 miles away, you do hit something, you. There's no big attachment. But to stand there and shoot kids,
Do you think there was a lot of raping down then?
I really couldn't say it.
You don't know if that happened. Little
No,
Vietnamese girls
I have no idea if it was
right there.
It was never moving. Moving. Yes. There was plenty of fun for everything.
And about what syphilis and herpes and gonorrhea.
Yeah, a lot of guys used to get a lot of penicillin shots.
Yeah.
Never learned.
Stick to the round-eyed girls, huh? That's it.
So, what do you think of the progress that we're doing? Do you think this is good?
It's good. It's good.
Why don't you in like is there any reason why you didn't want to be an organization for Vietnam vets? Like our local chapters and
I don't know. I belong to archaeological societies. I belong to two bodybuilding organizations. One reason I think I don't ever belong to any of these. A lot of places are just a place to go drink, and I don't care. And I just don't feel the. I probably should belong to the Veterans Administration, but I'm not much of an organization, I guess. Going to meetings, and I don't go to union meetings half the time. I don't know. I should, but I just.
what do you feel about the deaths at Kent State?
Um, in fact, because I was in one of the units after that. It was more than was ever let known. I mean, there was a lot more went on. It's a shame anybody got shot or got hurt, or it's a shame that, it was kind of some ways provoked. The guys were maybe scared.
What do you think really went on?
I think they just got scared. Somebody said it was a shot fired. Them guys were scared anyway. Some of them. They'd been up there, they hadn't any sleep, hadn't any rest. That was part of it.
So they just opened fire on the crowd.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'd hate to see him took a company of him and right out of bush or something.
I thought all of them would be dead. Everyone's head would be blown off.
But I think it was terrible that it happened, and it stopped after that. But that would be unfair to that.
And
It happened going to South Carolina.
Luther King being assassinated.
I think that was a scheme. I don't think. think it was a bad thing to do. I didn't thought too much about it. I never thought of it. I didn't think it should have been done. But when all that stuff was going on over here, I was over there. So, I was in some place called Dalton. Go much text.
So did you just
Yeah, but a lot of this stuff that went on. I don't know. I just never really involved in it too much. When it was, Martin Luther King was still when.
like 58?
Well, see, all the times leading up to there, I was in Vietnam.
Who'd you vote for president after Kennedy said?
Who?
Yeah, after Johnson was out.
After Johnson was out?
Yeah. Did you vote for, I think, Nixon?
I didn't vote for anybody.
You didn't vote?
I haven't voted until this time.
Really? All these years you haven't done?
Yeah. Never did. And there was nobody to vote for this time, I thought. You did somebody.
Did you have trouble adjusting when you came back or not really?
Maybe a little. I never thought about it.
What did you do, like, for work when you came back? What did you
Drank the water.
think the work? Start a family?
Well, my daughter graduated here 2 years ago, I think.
87.
And my son's 17.
Did you go here?
No, he's 12.
Okay.
He didn't go to school. He don't, I don't know why. Can't get him to go.
Is it hard for you to talk about this or?
No, I don't talk about it too much. Once in a while somebody asks me. I don't try not to talk.
Well, there's more pictures.
Yeah, but they're not up there. They're on a bottle. That's all that is.
Oh, can I have one? That's so neat. Who are you modeled for?
Norm says right on it.
Ryan Orange? Or the,
Norm.
what is he?
Hmm?
Is he, is this for clothes or?
No, that's just my calling card. Like a business card.
Mm-hmm. Those are nice.
Those are neat.
Do you have more we could have, or I mean, do you
know what? Like that.
Yeah, just that we could. So I like to have it. Okay. If they all want.
What do you do with pictures and stuff?
No, you can go ahead. I gotta return.
What about, do you need this for anything?
No, that's fine. Long as we.
Sheena's magazine. That's for, Southern National Bank. I don't do clothes.
Mm-hmm.
At 5'7", 180 pounds, no.
Oh, that's neat. It must be interesting.
It is.
Be a lot of interesting people.
Yeah, I've met a lot of nice people. In fact, there's one of the guys that, Orm, or, Ryan is, the lady runs it. Her husband is also Vietnam vet.
Mm-hmm. Is this before you went in or after? Or?
That's just recently.
This one?
That's a year or two old, that's all.
Really?
Yeah.
So you look totally different. Well, most kids have glasses on.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
That's only about 2 years old.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you see, you keep in shape.
I think that helps.
Mm-hmm.
I used to work at, Morosco. Morosco.
Yeah, you know, Mike and all his brothers.
Yeah, I worked out. Mike used to work out when he was getting his brother too. Seeing why now? Oh, don't tell me. Yeah, wonderful. I haven't seen him. Yeah, he used to work out with me. I just lived on Canal Road.
What's that one city's in De Garza? That one port off of Cube by.
Oh, it's Guantanamo Bay.
He's somewhere. He's down there right now because he comes back and like one of my really good friends married him in August.
Oh, you get married?
Yeah, college. They get married to him.
Yeah.
Diego Garcia. That's where he's at.
Where?
Diego Garcia.
Well,
That's where he's at.
one thing that place in Cuba is at one time a day.
I know he's by there. Yeah, Diego Garcia.
That's Marine base, naval base.
Would you like to share anything else with us?
I can't figure out.
Clothes or pawn shop or is there any like black market stuff down
I never was anywhere to deal. They joke with that, I know they do. I just stayed with the doing what I do. Pretty much. Till then, there were you could have came in. I just viewed the city of it. So we're up pretty close to Cambodia. Never read that, I know. So,
Well, experience. Very nice. Do you still have like your clothes?
yeah. I think I have, right there. I think I have left them over there. I got a couple of them. So, I didn't bring anything back.
You didn't wear clothes?
And usual. I don't know. I own the kid. Camouflage kids, I think, but my son loves them.
Oh, your wife? I mean, your daughter's like,
They live in
my wife went to the Army station.
Oh,
Carson. Jordan Wilson.
He's wearing Carson?
Fort Carson.
Yeah. I've never heard.
They had, they're a prisoner of war for 30 days.
Oh,
And, the general put him in there because the N16 was bigger right up in the newspaper.
yeah.
So
I look them every day.
they're in there.
And they're in Scott City.
And, you know,
Oh,
wow, yep, the whole battalion. So we find out who took this.
probably nobody would
None of it left. Some guy went to the back and looked at his stuff. Came back.
He's the guy should be in jail.
And they all had lie detectors tests, and he got, was it Article 13?
Yeah, probably more. First thing you learn if you get in the army or in the military, you and your weapon do not part.
Yeah, he sit with you day and night.
Sleep with it. War. And I tell you, when I was in the National Guard, we were on, when they had truck strikes, we were patrolling the roads and stuff like that. Saw that shotgun. And we came in, and guys all needed guns down on a bump. I was lying down right beside me. Lieutenant comes around, picking her up. I said, that's all. Tough file, afraid you are. He picked it up. You don't learn that. Nothing down. And then, but she walked away and leave it.
Yeah, which they did. Just like, came back missing.
You look what puts the novel, but they lay your weapon down, walk away, and they steal it, and there you are. Nothing.
What do you feel about the involvement with us going over to Honduras? When 3,200 troops went over?
Oh, that was for training. I think anytime you go, any place like that for movers, it's consolidated. Really. You have to do that.
But there was a war, civil war going down.
That was the next country over.
Yeah, but still they were very close to the border.
I think that, like I said, if it's strictly,
Do you think it was?
I think it was short before.
Yeah, because also my work went down. He got very frustrated.
That can happen anywhere, but yeah. I know guys were in South America, I think 64 is Nicaragua's Marine. But we've been in Iowa for years. I don't know why they can't either get straightened out or stay out. Yeah. I don't understand.
So you think we should try to stay out of motion, not try to prove us down like Sam up in there? I think we are, in my opinion, we are
I don't think they stirred a lot of stuff up. Right.
So, Star Wars.
The Star Wars thing?
Mhm.
That's a little far-fetched. I think you need to go more of a conventional type weapon. Well, a conventional war, a conventional weapon. Russians got us outnumbered something awful. Tanks. In fact, is right now, if the Russians come across the border in Germany, you could even stop
He can't train.
them. They away. They outnumbered. Yeah. Tanks.
Do you feel how, like, shooting a person, if you had to, would you just save your own life?
What? I could.
If you shot someone, was it, if you're going to shoot to kill or then shoot it off?
That's right.
Okay? I mean, don't just shoot because, you
I used to think I couldn't shoot somebody.
Mm-hmm.
it's one thing. I think everyone knows we're going to use it right.
Well, couldn't use. No point of us, so plan on using it.
Any more questions? Would you have anything else?
Like what? Like what?
Like, I'm surprised you weren't with, like, any mama son I know. I mean, a lot of people down there, you married American. Came back and married and went back.
Yeah, I know people do that.
Did your wife have a hard time, like, accepting you going back for 6 months?
I don't know, I suppose. She didn't say anything. She probably did.
Did she have faith in you coming back, or what?
I hope so.
Or did she say anything at the time, like, don't go, please?
Well, there wasn't nothing to do about that. I go, I had to go back.
But you could have took off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did she support you then? Great.
Yeah.
About letters, like, how did that go? Like, if someone did get a letter, you know how, like, the letters keep you guys going.
Oh, we got mail, though. Mail about every day.
What happened if, like, some of the guys didn't get them? Like, no one wrote to them and stuff. I mean, were they like,
Well, I don't know much about that. We used to get packages and we always shared them.
good?
12 dozen cookies last 5 minutes. You shared a lot of it. Pictures. And,
Guys always talk about your girls.
yeah, pretty much. Most guys have pictures. Some guys, well, I mean, some of the older, we're too many of them. Some of the older guys are married, had kids, of career military people. Some guys that just got drafted, were over 27. That was old. Everybody else 19 years old.
Like a kid being in a man's world.
Yeah. Yeah, the man was one out of place.
You
The kid.
grew up fast. Do you agree that? I mean, you went from a 19-year-old mind to like the age to 40.
Probably. Yeah. I'd probably acted older then than I do now.
How do you feel people talking about Vietnam, like newscasters and stuff like that, giving their side of you when they weren't even there?
Well, some of them were, but
How do you feel if people like talk about, oh, it's stupid, it's okay, you weren't there, you didn't live back then, you didn't know.
I don't know. I don't think you should talk about somebody who don't know anything about. Or, what always gets me, if somebody does something, they always bring it up as a Vietnam vet. This guy shot 20 people. He's a Vietnam vet. Or, and even in the movies. And I get wrong. I shouldn't do that.
Did you ever have, latrine duty got burned?
Oh, yeah. Everybody has that. They showed that on that TV series, didn't they?
I know they showed it on, I think, Platoon.
Platoon, yeah. Yeah, they do that every day. One of the jobs you have to do. Somebody has to do it. Oh, I'm not going to go out.
That's all I have to add.
Thanks for asking.
On behalf of Perry High School and the students involved in Project Vietnam, we'd like to thank you for your time and contribution. Thank you.